Hello everyone, and welcome to another compilation of scamming failures. Scammers whose scams were just going nowhere. Cassandra would like to start you off by introducing you to James Amos. Hello, he said. Good afternoon. Afternoon. Nice meeting you here. Where are you from, please? It was the middle of the night here when you sent that message. I live near Bury St Edmunds in Suffolk. All right. That's why you contacted me, so you could say all right. You could at least tell me where you live. I'm from Johnston, United States. What about you? Hasn't changed since I told you this morning. All right, my dear. So how was your day today, my beautiful friend? It was busy. I had a meeting with the estate accountant this morning. Where is Johnston in the US? Town centre, he said. At least try and give me a sensible answer, please. Where in the US is Johnston? Our man disappeared and came back almost exactly a month later. Probably replaced by another member of the team. That was a typing error, dear, said the new member of the team, because obviously since then the team had relocated their scam. I'm having issue with my computer and it needs upgrades. Well, I'm a surgeon doctor. I'm from Juneau, Alaska, currently in Syria on a peacekeeping mission with the United Nations, UN, taking care of the United States Armed Forces, NATO anti-terror forces here. How about you? What do you do for a living? I run the family estate near Bury St Edmunds in Suffolk in England. I have around 2,000 acres with cattle, horses and ponies, chickens and some arable. I breed the ponies. Tell me about Juneau. Alaska always sounds so interesting. Our man resorted to Wikipedia, and I won't read it all to you, but Wikipedia informed him that Juneau is unique among the 49 US capitals on mainland North America in that there are no roads connecting the city to the rest of the state or North America. Now tell me about Bury St Edmunds, he said. Cassandra retaliated and resorted to Wikipedia. Wikipedia informed her that Bury St Edmunds, commonly referred to locally as Bury, is a historic market and cathedral town and civil parish in Suffolk, England. The picturesque Bury St Edmunds Abbey is near the town centre, and so it rambled on. Underneath, she added, same source as yours. A man, of course, completely missed that, and continued his way down his list of questions. How old are you? He asked. 63. How old are you? I'll be 65 on the 14th of August. Are you married with kids? No and no. You don't have any kids? He said. That's what no means. I'm more interested in making good friendship with you, in honesty, trust and sincerity. Even though we just met each other, maybe as time goes on, we may be more than a friends. What do you say? I say more interested in making good friendship than in what? Our man, of course, wasn't interested in reading anything that Cassandra said, and continued working his way down that all-important list. Have you met with any military personnel here on Facebook before? I don't see how that's any of your business. Have you met with any estate owners on Facebook before? LOL, you're so funny, he said. Why is that funny? It's the same question you asked me. Tell me more about yourself. Like hobbies, interests, and plans for the future. And in reply to her asking him why that was funny, he said, I've not met with any. Trust me, you're the first person. My hobbies are existential plywood moulding and underarm water knitting. I'm interested in robotic didgeridoo playing, and I plan to walk backwards round Suffolk. What are your hobbies, interests, and plans for your future? My hobbies are swimming, reading, driving, horse riding, travelling, listening to music and dancing. My future plans is to go into investments after my retirement and settle down with my new family. What are your favourite colours? Why are you trying to get rid of horses? Are there too many wild ones in your area? Purple Pinkington, what's yours? My favourite colours are blue, black and white. Blue is for the beautiful sky we all see, and white always stand for peace. Tell me about some of the places you've been to when you were travelling. During my services within the United States, I've travelled 36 states out of the 49 states in the United States. During my services outside the United States, I've been to Iraq, Afghanistan, and now here I am in Syria. Do you love Rose? What about the places you travelled to that weren't for work? Yes, I love Rose. I've been to Hawaii, Brazil, Germany, Spain, and Newcastle. Newcastle? Is that a country? Asked Cassandra. What is your favourite pet? I have lots of pets. Newcastle is in UK, he informed her. Cool. So you've been to lots of places in other countries and only one place in the UK. I only travel during vacations due to the nature of my job. Most people only travel during vacations, and he's already told us that the very nature of his job is that he travels anyway. I'm always busy. Do you have your own house in your country? Didn't I already tell you that I run the family estate in my country? Have you been to the mountain before? He asked. You can tell this isn't going anywhere, can't you, ladies and gentlemen? Which mountain? Any mountain you know. I don't understand what you're asking or why you're asking. I know lots of mountains. Yes, I mean, have you climbed mountain before? I've never been climbing. Is climbing one of your hobbies? Not really, but sometimes I do it as part of my exercises during vacations. How long have you been single without a man in your life? None of your business, replied Cassandra. Did I even tell you I don't have a man in my life? Why are you sounding like we're quarrelling, he said. Remember, respect, they said, is reciprocal. Okay? Indeed it is, replied Cassandra, and a gentleman would not ask a lady such an intrusive personal question, so I would be very grateful if you would treat me with respect, please. Your perception of me is a reflection of you, he said. My perception of you is a reflection of the personal questions you're asking, not acting like a true gentleman, so goodbye. I'd always, he said. Well, you aren't, and instead of apologising, you're trying to blame me for your poor behaviour. Goodbye. Please feel free to talk to yourself. Sam had did for a while. I'm only asking questions here to know you better, but the way you sounds seems like we're quarrelling because you're answering my questions. With questions! Oh, shock horror! If that would be the respect you want from me, then bye, he said. Take care of you. He was speedily replaced by Matthew Willem, who briefly entered Denise's life. Hey dear, he said. Good morning. Morning. Where are you from? And what's your name, if I may ask? I live in Guildford. Are you telling me you sent me a friend request and couldn't even be bothered to look at my name? That's a bit rude. I'm seriously sorry for that, he said. Denise Singleton. I am from California, USA, but currently in Norway, treating the military troops, because I'm a military doctor appointment here. Why are you treating military troops in Norway? We have a camp here in Norway, and why are you asking? What are your occupation for a leavening? Because you told me you're treating military troops in Norway, and I'm interested to know why. If you didn't want me to ask, you shouldn't have told me, so don't be rude again. I use yeast for leavening, so please tell me why you're treating military troops in Norway. To which a man replied, Can I see a picture of you and your yeast? Don't be ridiculous, said Denise. I was appointed here by the military head, and I need to treat the army, because sometimes they're not feeling well. It happens, said Denise. Yes, why are you angry with me? Why are you treating military troops in Norway? She asked. I'm sure the Norwegian army has its own doctors. And in reply to him saying, why you're angry with me, she said, because you're acting like an idiotic child, not a mature doctor. You just insulted me, said our hurt child. I will not take that. What's the meaning of this? I hate this. Maybe because I came online and chat with you. That's why you're insulting me. The meaning is what I said. You're acting like an idiotic child, not a mature doctor. Your next answer will tell me if you really are a mature doctor or if you really are an idiotic child. So choose it wisely. Explain to me, like a mature adult doctor, why you need to treat troops in Norway and why the Norwegian army can't treat their own troops, or act all hurt and offended like a small boy. Think carefully before you answer. Our man thought carefully and came back and said, You're mad. Okay, that tells me you're not a mature army doctor. Goodbye, said Denise. You're a child, said our mature army doctor. Goodbye. I don't even believe you're real. You must be a scammer, he said, and blocked Denise. Roger Williams made the mistake of getting out of the wrong side of bed before contacting Cassandra. Hello, Cassandra, he said. Good morning. I came across your profile and couldn't resist adding you as a friend. I know this may seem a bit forward, but I wanted to take the opportunity to get to know you better. I'm curious to know where you're from. Your profile doesn't mention it. I live near Bury St Edmunds in Suffolk. That's pretty cool, he said. Why? Asked Cassandra. As for me, I'm originally from Boston, Massachusetts, but right now I'm actually working on an oil rig in Turkey. I don't know, he said, in reply to Cassandra, asking him why Bury St. Edmunds was pretty cool. I just find the England fascinating, he said. Okay, tell me about Boston. What's it like there? What about Boston? Do you want to know, he asked. Is it an old place? She asked. We have lots of really old buildings in Bury, some going back to the 15th and 16th centuries. Yes, it's quite old. I don't know much about its history, but it's not uncommon to see old architectural structures in the city. It's mostly known for MIT and Harvard, even though they aren't located within the city itself, with the exception of a few facilities that are part of Harvard. Okay, if you don't mind me asking, what do you do for a living? I run the family estate. We have 2,000 acres, with a herd of belted Galloway cattle. I breed ponies, we have chickens, and also some mixed arable. What do you do? That's nice, he said. I work as a maintenance engineer on an oil rig. That sounds difficult. What kind of maintenance do you have to do? She asked. And ladies and gentlemen, I think maybe a wee warning would be in order here. If you're eating or drinking, I suggest you swallow now, before I read you what he said next. And now that you've swallowed, here we go. My work revolves around leading and mentoring a squad of soldiers. I prepare them for combat and operational deployments. I may also participate in combat operations, but primarily my role as a sergeant involves supervising and coordinating the activities of the squad. To which Cassandra replied, Which oil rig has declared war? I find that most alarming. Caught out, my man had no option but to say, Yikes! But you know what they say, when one chapter closes, another begins. Goodbye, Cassandra. And so our man disappeared into the ether, probably trying to find whichever team member had typed what had been said before to smack him firmly round the mouth and remind him which kind of scam he was supposed to be trying to pull. Denise thought you might enjoy a quick encounter with Jim Appleton. She didn't, but she thought you might. Hello, Denise, he said. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. How are you doing today? I'm fine, thanks. You're welcome. You got a cute name, he said. If you say so. Thanks. You're welcome. Where are you from? I live in Guildford. Good. The pleasure is mine to meet you here. I'm Jim Appleton. I'm from the Washington. What's the Washington? A pub? Washington, D.C., he said. Oh, sorry. Can I ask you a question? You can try. All right. Thank. Are you happy married? I'm a widow. My hubby died 6 years ago. Sorry for your loss. I have 2 lovely daughters, named Debbie, 16, Jessica, 14. How old are you? Asked Denise. I'm single, he said. I've been single for years now, and I haven't been on any other relationship since my first, but I'd be happy to get myself into a long-lasting relationship some day, if God allows it. Do you have children? How old are you? Asked Denise again. I have 2 children and 4 grandchildren. I'm 59, but I be 60 next month. Who's we? But I don't get to feel too old about myself, or something, because age is just a couple of numbers, and you can be anything as much as you can feel it. What about you? Said our man. I'm 73. Who's we? I'm 59, but I'll be 60 next month, he said. Oh, okay. All right, so what's your job like? Do you still work, or retired? I'm retired. My job was lovely. What's yours like? I'm still working full-time, but currently looking forward to my retirement sooner, because I've always wanted to get to a point in my life where I can settle down and enjoy the little things of life. What work do you do? Oh, do you want to guess, ladies and gentlemen? I'm a surgeon doctor, currently working with the United Nations peacekeeping. I'm here now in Yemen on a contract job as an orthopaedic surgeon. That sounds very specialised. Which medical school did you attend? I study, he said, in Maryland Medical Centre, in private school. What kind of operations do you specialise in? She asked. Oh, you should never ask one of these fake surgeons anything like that. I specialise in orthopaedic surgeon. I treat all kinds of muscle, injury, diagnosis, etc. That's what I specialise. I didn't know orthopaedic surgeons treated muscle injuries, but I guess someone has to do it. Yes, he said. What time is it there now? Just after 3:30. What time is it there? Just 5:40 in the evening now. Have you been working today? Asked Denise. Yes, but I'm done. I'm resting now. What about you? I'm retired. I was weeding the garden until it started raining, then I came inside. Apart from the ubiquitous paperwork, what were you doing? I'm not doing anything right now. I'm just here talking with you. Please read what I said. I asked you what you were doing at work, not what you're doing now. What did you do at work today, before you decided to rest? I treated some people today, those that was injured, and give. Then some med, to take so that they can feel better. Are they tree surgeons? She asked. I thought you were a surgeon. Why are you prescribing meds? No! After I make the treatment, there was a med I have to give, so that they won't feel the pain so much. And what treatment did you give them? Remember, you're a surgeon. Yes, I know I'm a surgeon doctor. I treat injury, diagnosis, and I have some other doctor who are working with me also. That doesn't tell me which treatment you gave your patients today. I told you I treated injury today. Oh, FGS, said Denise. Did you operate on a leg, a shoulder, an arm, a rib, a skull? Decide you're a physio and give exercises? What treatment did you give your patients today? I treated 2 people today. One with leg injury, while other one was lap injury. I treated everything successfully. What on earth's a lap injury? Please at least try to type something that makes sense, said Denise. No, the patient had an accident and her lap was cut. What on earth is her lap? Asked Denise. Some man sent a photograph of a man wearing a face mask. That's a man wearing a face mask, you dimwit, said Denise. What is her lap? You didn't know? Where is lap in human body? He asked. I'm asking you, said Denise, and I've asked you 3 times. What? Said our man, who clearly had no idea. Send me your picture. What is her lap? Asked Denise. That's the 4th time I've asked. I spaced the words to make it easier for you to read. Send me your picture. I want to see your picture, please, he said. Denise repeated herself. Ally, said our man. I think that probably makes it 7 or 8 times that I've asked, added Denise. I've no idea what you're talking about, but you're obviously a brainless idiot. Goodbye. And so our man disappeared. The next little failure was sent to me by a fellow scam baiter. She doesn't have her own channel, so she said I could include it here. Hello, said our man. Who are you? Asked my fellow scam baiter. 5 minutes to answer, and I block and delete. My name's Chris James, he said. I live in Calgary, Ontario, but currently working here in Scotland. What about you? I can see your name, she said. Why are you messaging me? Where are you located? He asked. I really don't care where you're from, she said, or where you work. I'm working as a project manager with Maersk Line Oil and Gas Drilling Company here in Scotland. I don't care, she said. Why? He asked. Why are you messaging me? She asked. So someone can't message you? He tried. I want to know why, she said. Is there something wrong with you that you won't tell me why? Okay, goodbye. I'm here, he said. Answer the question. Wait, I was attending to someone here. Sorry for the last response. Answer my question, she said. Why are you messaging me? I think Google Translate may help you out. I was very bored at work, he said, and I decided to come onto Facebook. As I was surfing around, I accidentally bumped into your profile, and your looks caught my attention, so I sent you a request. If we can get to know each other better. I hope you're not mad at me for doing that. I speak English, she said. I don't copy and paste like you just did. So tell me, in your own words, why are you messaging me? I think I just answered you, said our hurt scammer. No, she said. You copy and pasted that from the internet. Why are you messaging me? It's really hot in Scotland right now. How are you dealing with the heat? I'm going there in September, when it's cooler. I have cool food and drinks. Also avoid alcohol, caffeine, and hot drinks, said our man. Clearly was nowhere near Scotland, because although Europe is having a boiling hot summer, the UK isn't. Really? Said my fellow scam baiter. Too bad. I have coffee and my alcohol. That's nice, he said. So what are you going to do here in Scotland when you come? Go to the castles? Ghost hunting, she said. You have to avoid alcohol when you get here in Scotland, he said. No, you don't. So, what do you do for a living, he asked. I've been there before. I'm retired and enjoying my money. And in reply to her saying, "No, you don't have to avoid alcohol in Scotland," he said, "Me as well. I avoid alcohol." And in reply to her saying she was retired and enjoying her money, he said, "That's nice, dear. So, where are you from?" "So," she mimicked him, "why are you saying I need to avoid alcohol in Scotland? It's on my profile." "To avoid overheat," he said. "OK, I see." "LMAO," said my scam beta. "Where are you really? I tricked you with that one. It's cool in Scotland, you moron." "I'm really in Scotland now, for a project," he said. "Sure you are," said my fellow scam beta. "Yes, I hope you don't mind if we get to know each other." "Yes, I do mind," she said. "I only like honest people." "Sure, same as well. So how's your family? I mean, your husband and your kids?" "You really are stupid, aren't you?" she said. "I'm single and don't need a lying husband such as yourself." "Meaning?" he asked. "So," she replied, "try being honest for once in your pitiful life." To which our man replied, "How are ye?" "Oh, looky here," said my fellow scam beta. "The little scammer boy gave himself away." And so our man went away. For some strange reason, Clifford Clark thought he might try scamming, so he contacted Celia. "Hello," he said. "Good evening," she said. "Hello, good evening. Can I know you better? Where are you located?" he said. "Hello again," said Celia. "I was away for a few days. I haven't been looking at her account because I had other things going on. I'm in Durham in the northeast of England." Our man launched straight into his story, as you do. "How are you doing today? I hope you're doing well. I'm a USA military doctor, currently serving in DR Congo regarding the UN peacekeeping mission, and I'm from New York. What's your occupation? It's my pleasure to meet you. Once again, it's really my pleasure to meet you. Are you married and do you have children? In my own case, I'm a widower. I lost my wife in a fire accident 5 years ago, and I have only one son named Jerry, 15 years old. He's school in the USA." "Well, get it all in at once, why don't you?" "I'm an administrator," said Celia. "I work in the admissions department of Durham University. I'm a widow with an adult son who lives in Sydney in Australia with his partner. I have to confess, I know very little about the DRC. We have the occasional student from there, but not very many." "Well," he said, "I want to love and to be loved. What about you, dear?" "I think maybe you need to join a dating site," said Celia. "Not like I'm desperate," he said, "but if you're not interested, you don't have to refer me to dating site. OK?" I thought it was a helpful suggestion. "OK," said Celia. "Please don't be annoyed," he said. "Can we just be friends?" "We can try," said Celia. "Hello, good morning, friend. How are you doing today? Hope you're doing well." "Good morning. I'm just getting ready to leave for work in about 15 minutes, she said. "Hello, good evening, Mrs. Celia. How are you doing this evening?" "I'm very well, thanks," she said. "Tell me about the DR Congo. How long have you been there?" "Well, you should never ask a scammer about a place that they don't live in, because they have no idea." So our man thought he'd deflect the question. "We have moved to Sudan." "How does that answer my question?" said Celia. "We're in Sudan now." "OK, tell me about the DR Congo. How long were you there?" "We don't take up to 2 weeks there," he said. "OFGS," said Celia. "At least try to sound like an intelligent doctor. Tell me about the DR Congo. How long were you there? Not how long weren't you there. What's it like there? In your own words," she added, not a quote from Wikipedia. "Friend, I'm not quoting words from Wikipedia. I just said I should check on. I have something doing at hand." "OFGS," said Celia again. "At least try to sound like an intelligent doctor. Tell me about the DR Congo. How long were you there? Not how long weren't you there. What's it like there?" "Nothing much," he said. "I'm currently in Sudan." "OFGS," said Celia for the 3rd time. "At least try to sound like an intelligent doctor and you know the rest. I'm not asking you about Sudan." "Friend, why are you asking me about DR Congo? I told you I've left for Sudan." "Because I'm interested to know about it, and you told me that's where you are on Monday. So I'll ask for one last time. You have one last opportunity to show me you're an intelligent doctor who has been in DR Congo and not a brainless idiot who's playing silly games." And so she repeated herself. "What's it like there?" "You must be very deaf to understand what I said to you." he tried. "You must be very deaf not to understand what I said to you," replied Celia. "I know you're in Sudan. I'm asking you about the DR Congo, where you told me you were until Monday. What's it like in DR Congo, the place you told me you were in last week? Your final chance to answer, like a mature adult doctor. Choose your answer wisely. Mature adult or idiotic street kid? I think I know which you'll choose." Celia wasn't disappointed. "If I may ask, do you have anybody there?" "OK," she said, "you chose idiotic street kid. Goodbye." "So you just come online to insult people," he tried. "OK, no problem. OK, friend, I'm not going to insult you, but I notice that you've already made plans for that. Take care of yourself. Good night." "Hello. Good morning, friend." "Friend? Are you still mad at me?" But Celia had ghosted him by then. And finally, there's Gregory Mosser, who also thought he'd try talking to Cassandra. "Hello! How are you doing today, Cassandra?" "Good morning. I'd gone to bed when you sent that last night." "Good day, friend. Hope you're having a great day today." "Oh dear, we keep missing each other." "Thank you. Sorry I haven't been able to reach you on here. I've been so busy all this while. How are you doing today, dear?" "I'm fine, but I don't recognise your name." "I'm Gregory Mosser," he said. "You don't remember me any more? It's been a long time. We'll talk to each other. I understand. What are you doing now?" "No, I don't," she said. "Remind me how I know you, please." "We're friends from my old account. Got hack," he said. "I lost everything during that time. Now we met again." "When was that?" "5 months ago," he said. "I'm happy we're here now." Well, I looked right back through Cassandra's account, and I couldn't find him. "So February or March, let me look at my old messages." "February," he said. "OK. No, you aren't there. You must have been talking to someone else." "Really? I don't think you remember anymore. You aren't on my messenger anywhere." "Really?" "Yes, really," said Cassandra. "OK, we can talk here, so let's get know each other if you don't mind. Perhaps remind me who you are, in case I remember you. Where do you live? What do you do? That kind of thing." "OK, I'm from Delray Beach, Florida. I'm stationed at Fort Bragg, North Carolina, but currently been deployed at the UN peacekeeping mission here in Aleppo, Syria, due to the war." "I really don't remember you. How long have you been in Syria?" "I've been here for over 1 year and 8 months now," he said. "What do you do?" "I work with the US Army. I'm a Major General. I'll be retiring after this, my last mission here in Aleppo, Syria. I have less than 2 months to leave here for my retirement, and I'm happy about that." "OK, how old are you?" 62. What about you?" "I'm 63. "You're a little bit older than me, LOL. Where are you located?" "I live near Bury St Edmunds in Suffolk." "OK. Are you married? With kids?" said the man who allegedly had already talked to her before. "You there?" "I'm back for a few minutes. No to both. Are you?" "Huh? Why?" "I beg your pardon." "I'm sorry about that. Well, I'm widowed for over 5 years now, with a son I love with all my heart. His name is William, and he's 17 years old." "Why are you in Syria if you have a child to look after?" "I'm here for peacekeeping missions." "That isn't an answer to my question." "My son is being watched by the military at Fort Liberty when taking his studies." "Whatever that means." "What do you mean?" "It means that what you typed is meaningless. You're an Army Major General. You should be able to write impeccably, not meaningless drivel. Perhaps I should ask why your son is being watched, whatever that means. Has he done something wrong?" "Well, I can see we haven't been following pretty well with our conversations. And no, he's only been watched for some security reasons, and I'm sure you won't understand that." "No, you're right, I don't understand, because it doesn't mean anything. You clearly aren't an Army Major General. Try something more believable. Small boy, idiot, something that you actually understand." Our offended scammer blocked Cassandra. I hope you enjoyed this compilation of scamming failures. If you did, please like it, please share it, please comment down below, please subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you again in another video.